that little growl. She hasn't, that's the first one I've heard.
Sound check.
Well, g'day there. Welcome back to another vocal analysis here at Voice Essentials. My name is Dr. Dan, for those of you who have not met me. Today, we have the opportunity to listen to Morissette once again, Asia's Phoenix, as she's quite well known. A singer who I love. I love her voice. There is so much for us to gain as people who come to this channel as learner singers. And that is what we do here. We are a learn to sing channel. And so just right off the cuff, because we're going to be talking about pitch accuracy today, as well as resonance and movement through transitions. But a big part of this is going to be pitch analysis, because this is wonderful. So this is the track Golden from, Demon Hunters? I haven't watched it. I am, middle-aged white male, so it's not really in my demographic. That being said, I am very aware of how massive this song has been. In fact, I went and had a look at the original track on YouTube. It has had over 1 billion views. Wrap your head around that. Anywho, this is Morissette, jumping in to do a viral song challenge, if you will. What I love about this is she has not fixed this in post. And we can see her recording this live, and you'll see in the background, and I dare say she's set this up to really show us. This is a live beginning to end take, and we're watching the recording behind her. But not only that, she hasn't then gone in and fixed the pitch. As a result, thank you, Morissette. Thank you for doing this. The pitch is wonderfully imperfect, inaccurate, beautifully human. And it for me, it does not reduce my respect for her. In fact, it only increases my respect for her. Let's dive in. I just think this takes so much professional bravery for an artist who is generally, as most artists are, being particularly in the pop ballad sort of space. Most people are being tuned in post, not because they can't sing in tune, but because that's the high-end polished finish that we've come to expect. But here we have a singer who is well known in that field, particularly in the Philippines, but becoming more well known, showing us her voice untouched. Let's dive in. Let's have a listen and get going with this, and then I'll show you. We're going to do the pitch analysis through Melodyne, and you'll see the inaccuracy. Again, that's not a negative. It's amazing. Here we go.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I was a ghost, I was alone. Do it in, it's okay. Given the throne, I didn't know how to believe I was a queen that I'm meant to be. I lived too large, trying to play both sides, but I couldn't find my own place. Called a problem child, 'cause I got too wild, but now that's how I'm getting paid. Put a G on stage, I'm done hiding, now I'm shining like I'm born to be. We're dreaming hard, we came so far, now I believe we're going up, 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 it's our
It not only is it brave to put it out there with her pitch being untouched, but it's brave to do this song as one take. This is hard. It's one of in recent history. It's probably one of the hardest songs to do. Driven in part because the original is so overproduced to the point where I've seen some suggestions. I haven't gone down the rabbit hole, but I've seen some suggestions that even the ladies that did the original really struggle to do it live. I want to take it back. There's some lovely tonal features here. Have a listen from the get-go. Have a listen to where her natural spoken values sit. It's quite light and lovely. And then suddenly we get this full-bodied mezzo, beautiful tone as she enters into the song. And again, don't forget, remember there's a screen behind her. We're seeing her record this live. I know that what you can do is that you can go into post and then fix all of the tuning, because we're not seeing the tuning aspect of it, but she has not done that, and I'll show you that in Melodyne in a moment. From the get-go, have a listen to that change in resonance feature from her spoken value, that lovely light, almost, innocent sound, into this full-bodied, beautiful female vocal.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I was a ghost, I was alone. Do it in, guess again. Given the throne, I didn't know how to believe I was a queen that I'm meant to be. I live to lie, try to play both sides, but
Oh, have a listen to the way she moves. I'm just listening to her tone. On one hand, it does show us that her pitch accuracy is pretty great. Like it's still pretty great, but it's wonderfully humanly imperfect. But her tone, this is what separates her, is the shape of her tone. Have a listen to the way she flips that little moment there, and she continues to do it throughout.
to believe I was a queen that I'm meant to be. I live to lie, try to play both sides, but
Sides. It's higher than I would normally sing, but you get my point, right? It's that lovely movement with such ease and accuracy. It's beautiful. Can I also take a moment? I work with a lot of learn to sing singers who, some of them are absolute beginners right through to touring professionals. One of the things that the learner singer, the beginner, needs to learn to contextualize is often the environment in which their recordings are taking place. Often, beginner singers are just recording straight onto their mobile phones and then listening back and sometimes feeling a bit discouraged by what they hear back. Well, that's because you're recording into a digital interface that is doing a whole heap of stuff that's more driven towards speech, and it's compressing and limiting and doing a whole heap of nasty stuff to your voice through what is also a relatively cheap microphone. Have a look at the context in which Morissette is doing this recording. She's using exactly the same microphone that I'm using here, SM7B. Great for this kind of vocal because it's a great rock pop vocal microphone because it takes a lot of punch and big voice, which is what she's giving this. But have a look around her. Have a look at the gear that microphone is ultimately being driven through. Now, I don't know what is or isn't turned on. But it's important to always remember the context. Why do these, like, even just as a you know, what did she call it, a viral song challenge recording, she's still doing this through an amazing setup for a home studio. Always important to contextualize your recordings. What can you or should you expect when you hit the record button in accordance with whether it's just your mobile phone or whether you're in a home studio that is set up to capture her voice in a really transparent, positive way.
I couldn't find my own place, called a problem child, 'cause I got too wild, but now that's how I'm getting paid. Put a G on stage and then hiding, now I'm shining like I'm born to be.
I love the way she places that. We are going to get to the pitch analysis for those of you hanging around. Have a look at that. Listen to how she places that. She doesn't let it fall back completely, but she does allow it to move just to color it and place it just that little bit differently to where it was and where it's going.
But now that's how I'm getting paid.
That's forward.
Put a G on stage and then hiding, now I'm shining like I'm born to be.
Just moves it a little. That's a good place for us to look at the pitch accuracy, simply because that's hard. What are we getting up to? So she's hitting an A5 there, but she's also getting up to like sitting it on a G5. It's high. It's high. Let's have a look at pitch accuracy, though, because we really do get to see, this is a challenging run of the piece, right? But we get to see what happens for a human voice that hasn't been tuned, that is as excellent as Morissette. It's difficult for a voice to be more accurate than this. I've got to find the right place. So there's a really good place for us to look at when it comes to pitch accuracy. So that's what we heard, the original. What I'm going to do, and again, this is, we've spoken about this before, this is the very crude way of doing it. I'm going to just move that into being exactly to pitch center.
Now I'm shining like
This is the original again. So she doesn't get quite down to that note. Doesn't quite get up to this one. This one's not quite on. So this area here, that's not quite on either. Can I say, though, she nails that top G. Like, she really finds it and sits it there. I probably should say, before we keep going, is that the challenge of this piece is driven by, see how much the melody's moving around. And that is the challenge of the pitch accuracy here. It's the fact that the voice has to, navigate a melodic structure that is all over the shop, fabulously all over the shop. There's a reason why it's had 1 billion views on YouTube. But to sit down, and in fact, that's something worth commenting. We might comment on that a bit later. To sit down and do this, and to still navigate the melody, bang, man, awesome.
Waited so long to break these walls down, to wake up and feel like me. But these patterns all in the past now, and finally live like the girl they all see. No more hiding.
Oh, she nails that bottom note. So where does that go? Let's have a look at how low do you go?
These patterns all in the past now, and finally live like the girl they all see. No more.
So it goes down to a C, or really a D3. So D3 up to, what is it, a G5 so far. Wow. Great range.
Like I'm born to be, 'cause we are hunters, voices strong and I know I believe we're going up, it's our moment. You know together we're moving, gotta be golden. Oh, baby, there are voices, you wanna get just a woman, gotta be golden.
Can I make an observation just how into it she has to be? There are songs where if you, as the singer, don't step up to the plate and fully activate and energize every fiber of your singing being, it just won't happen. This is one of those. This is definitely one of those songs. And there's a performance value of what we're observing here, where she knows she's on camera and she knows she's going to be observed and watched by, hundreds of thousands of people. But equally, there is a skill that she's employing here where she's leaving nothing to chance physically. She's fully into it. Now, this is probably a good segue to talk about the one thing that I think she almost tied one of her hands behind her back, so to speak, is the fact that she's approached this seated. And from what I can make out, she's also got one of her legs crossed over. We've seen quite a number of performances, particularly on the Wish Bus, of Morissette sitting in a not dissimilar position. It seems to be her, relaxed go-to. It does mean, from a technical standpoint, that she is not giving herself the full access to some of the technical things that she might benefit from when it comes to breath support, being able to activate good musculature, delegate any building tension. A song like this wants to gather tension and ultimately end up in constriction. In a song like this, we want to be able to avoid that. We're not necessarily seeing evidence of that in this moment, but equally I wonder whether for Morissette there could be some value for her to find in having even to have recorded this standing up. That may have challenged her ability to set up the visual of the one take of the computer in the background, but nonetheless, something for us as learner singers to be mindful of. Oh, I love that little growl. That's the first one I've heard. We know that she's made in recent years some very, very good choices in choosing to no longer do the Maury squeak that we've come to know. But she's still putting some textural elements in there. Have a listen to that little growl again. It just textures it, just gives us that little, interest. It's a big song. It's a big sing. It's a big song. It's a big sing. And that last note where she hits that last note. Here it is. Again, we could be tempted to go, has she gone in and tuned, just those big, big top notes? No, here we see. Have a look. We can see just here. Oh, sorry. Let's go back to here. Have a look at how she goes sharp. She's relatively in, but then as the air dies off and we start to get that little bit of tightness, the pitch actually drifts flat. Fabulous singer. Really hard song. Really hard song. Do you know what I even did was I wondered, I wonder if she's singing that in the original key. So I went over, and that's why I know that there's 1 billion views of the original, because I jumped over, had to listen to the original on YouTube. No, this was her doing it to the original key, so we can tick that box as well. But again, a big thank you to Morissette. If she would ever have a reason to watch this, a big thank you to her for not tuning it so that we can, have realistic expectations of ourselves around our pitch accuracy. But go back and listen to it through again for the value of the tonal qualities and the way she moves through the different tonal aspects of this piece. It's really worth a study. I hope you've enjoyed today's vocal analysis. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.